Josh Sborz now available. First question from Alana Rizzo. Go ahead, Alana.
Hey, Josh, welcome back. Just how have you kept up with your regimen and everything going on at that secondary site, knowing that, you could have the opportunity to come up at any moment?
I think the biggest thing is just trying to break up the monotony, trying to take it day by day, knowing that each game is really important and things happen really fast. You just kind of got to be ready for when your moment comes. It's already been a pretty crazy year. You've seen how many people have gotten kind of called up and down. So you just kind of always got to be ready for that call and, try to make an impact when you can.
Is there anything in particular that you're working on? I know when speaking with and watching Dustin May as well as Tony Gonsolin, they're adding that secondary pitch, a third pitch in their repertoire. Is there anything that you're working on in particular?
During quarantine, I kind of lowered my arm slot because I sort of lacked command. A lot of my misses were kind of, when I missed, it was a big miss. It was a 45-foot spiked fastball. And just lowering the arm slot kind of made my command go up. And also another benefit was that, my elbow and shoulder pain, I guess, has been real limited this year, which has been great. And just being healthy so that every day I can actually get better and keep attacking.
Do you think it's because of the change in arm slot that it's allowed you to be more healthy, or do you think which came first in your mind?
I think once I lowered the slot, I really haven't had any issues, I guess. And so I kind of just put them together. It's just been kind of nice waking up every day and feeling healthy.
How did that come about? Did someone encourage you to do that, or was it?
Yeah, Connor McGinnis, he was in Arizona during quarantine with a bunch of us, and he was kind of working on everybody pretty hard, and he just kind of just put that out there one time because I've been playing catch with Santana, and obviously he's a little bit lower arm slot than I am, and so I tried to emulate him a little bit, and the difference of feeling of how it came out of my hand was just different, and I wanted to keep going at it, and then through a live, had really good results, and the command was there, and that's something that I've sort of lacked over the past couple of years, and I figured just keep rolling with it. And when I took it into spring training 2.0, the results kept coming, so I was like, might as well stick with it.
That's awesome. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Next question from Dbacks. Go ahead.
Hey, Josh, I'm just curious as far as what it's been like for you getting called up and down a few different times and only pitching in one game. What's the anxiety level of the anxiousness of wanting to get into a game and it not happening?
It's funny is of all the games that I thought I was going to pitch, the game that I did pitch was the one I wasn't expecting, with Kershaw only at 82 pitches. That one game on a 7-inning game, I thought he was going to go all the way, and then my name got called. So I was pretty relaxed at that moment, which was nice, but that is hard. But knowing that every game's important, they're going to go to their guys immediately. So you just got to be ready at any moment. Any situation that could change drastically, could change fast, and you just got to be ready.
Are you anxious to prove that you can be one of those guys?
I don't think anxious is the word. I just want to, go out there and be ready and do everything I possibly can. I think last year I spent too much time worrying about the results instead of just, sticking to what I know, attacking the way I like to attack and just not be afraid.
One more question for me. You know Buehler pretty well. How would you describe who he is now compared to the pitcher and person he was that you knew in the minor leagues? Has he changed at all?
He's obviously got some added confidence, but, he's pretty much stayed the same. Very intelligent person. Obviously you guys know that, the way he pitches his game is very unique and very special. Just the way he goes about his business is different too. But, his work ethic, everything's still there, and, it's going to continue to be there. someone else is going to rip them,
Next question from Ron Kellner. Go ahead.
Hey, Josh, in that game that you got in, had you already made the arm slot change that you wanted? And was, what was it like to see it in action and to perform the way you did in that one appearance?
It was great to, use it in the game, real game actually. I've been throwing it, like I said, for a while now, even at the alternate site. But just to see it in a real game against real hitters was special. The velocity was there, which really made me happy. And then the slider remained the same. And, just kind of seeing the results stick is the goal that I have. Is just every day be a constant, always be there and, just command the ball.
You had mentioned that it also your arm and elbow or in general are just kind of feeling better. Was the arm slot change, did you know or think that it would help from a health perspective as well, or has that just sort of been an added benefit?
I think I pigeonholed my stuff with the data that we got, like with the vertical rise. I took it as if I raise my arm, that might equate to better vertical rise, let's say. When it was the exact opposite, I was just putting added stress to my body. And once I alleviated that by just lowering my arm slot, getting my shoulders and elbow in the right position, just kind of my stuff was still there, the numbers wise, but the health came along too, and that was kind of something that I've been looking for, I guess, for the past couple of years, just trying to stay healthy through the entire year.
Is it like completely different for you? Is this something you've kind of, I don't know, is it closer to anything you've done in the past, or is this just a completely different?
I think I'm kind of getting back to what I originally was, when I was a lot younger. Like I said, I think I just sort of forced myself to make these adaptations to, try to make these numbers look better, and they never did. Probably because my arm was never in the right place to move as efficiently as possible.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Next question is from Jack Harris. Go ahead, Jack.
Hey, Josh, how did you get to basically spend all of the quarantine or most of it working out at Camelback Ranch? And how unique was that experience where, it seems like the guys who were there during that period really got to, focus on development in a way that you only get to do when you're not worried about having to also be like game ready for a regular season right away.
Yeah, I think the development and then having the type of hitters we had in Arizona. I mean, we had Bellinger, Muncy, Kike, Kiebert. We had these quality guys hitting against us. So like the at-bats we were having were relatively challenging. I mean, when you're talking about 3 all-stars, having to face them every week, you're going to learn. And I thought I had solid success against them. So I think that gave me some added confidence. And then, you get to reinforce it, like you said, because we're not in a season yet. So you're able to, if you throw once a week, twice a week, the in-between days, you can keep working on the stuff just to ingrain it better.
How different does the season feel just when it comes to like development when you don't have a minor league season? Has it been as big of a hindrance as it might seem when you don't have those regular games or have those other things, whether it be Camelback Ranch or the USC site, help make up for a lot of that?
Yeah, I think the hardest thing is trying to make those games at USC game-like. I definitely struggled early in the season to adapt to that, but I noticed the guys there were also very talented. Obviously, I mean, a lot of them are here right now with us. So I had to keep attacking just so I could give myself an opportunity, because if you're not successful over there, you might not get the chance to get called up here. So I just kind of took it as, just be there, attack, and your opportunity will come.
Did those games get more competitive as you guys just kept seeing the same guys over and over again over the week?
Yeah, I mean, you start seeing your buddies over and over again, and when they get hits off you, they're gonna let you know, and when you strike somebody out, you're gonna let them know. And I think the competitiveness between each other kicked in, which made the difference, and it also made it a lot more fun and a lot more challenging.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.